got today? Abbott Elementary, Season 1, Episode 4. New tech. Yes. We're gonna get into this episode. And if this is your first time here to the channel, welcome. Welcome to the channel. If this isn't your first time on the channel, you know what?
One of the best scientific minds we have today.
If this isn't your first time on the channel, welcome back. Okay, so let's just get into this reaction, into this episode, without any further ado. I think. Hang on,
Right.
I think, didn't she win? Was it an Emmy? I don't think it was it an Oscar or was it an Emmy? She won one of them, right? For this show, specifically for this show. And that's what, I was really excited because at that time I was like, oh man, I should have kept reacting to it. And, you know, I just didn't. So, I'm happy for her. I'm happy for her and her success and her achievement throughout all aspects of her life, but especially in the show because that's what we're watching today.
What it do, Abbott teaching crew? Damn, last time I was up this early was a cuss out the mailman. I don't need all them bills coming.
Who does that? What? Yo, who does that? Who just wakes up early, sets their alarm just to be a menace, bro? You know, I feel like some people do that. I feel like some people, if you're watching this and you do that, please get out. I don't off rip, I don't like you, bro, because I wake up, set my alarm to go to work. You know what I mean? I don't wake up, set my alarm and think to myself, who am I gonna mess with today? You know, like it's.
There was a great website called A to Z 123 that taught me how to read when I was a kid. My parents certainly weren't around to do it. I had to potty train myself.
Is that why you're the way you are? Because you were your own parent and you're trying to establish parenthood into these children? And she was so happy. Look at Cheryl Lee Roth behind her, bro. Like, she's like, that makes sense. I guarantee you that's what she's thinking. That, oh, sweetie, that makes sense. Like, you know, it's one of those faces. You know, and I feel like the teacher next to her might be thinking the same thing. I'm not really sure. And what is Chris doing? What is, I forget their in-character names. I'm sorry. It's been a long time since I've seen the show.
Easy peasy. Keep it breezy.
Hey, how's it going, Barb?
Oh, easy peasy.
She can't even make it past the login. Barb. Well, but she said Barb. Okay, Barbara. Got you. Yeah.
Over there, I've been here a year and a half. She's been pregnant the whole time. I don't ask questions.
What? What in the Bonnie from Family Guy is this? Anybody remember that? How long Bonnie was pregnant? Like, this is actually absurd. This doesn't make sense. I mean, well, it makes sense. Some people, right? Some women, I know that some women may carry their children in them for a slightly longer than 9 months, depending on, I forgot the factors that affected, but it does happen. It actually happened to someone I know when she was a baby inside of her mom, right? But, I gotta ask her, like, how did this happen again? Yeah. All right, back into it.
No, I'm actually teaching a lesson right now about the unions in the city and how many of them started in South Philly.
Oh, no way. Good job.
What's that about? Is she just like his bully? Like, I've never seen her. This is only episode 4, bro. You know, it's like I'm talking as if I watch this faithfully. I don't, bro. I haven't seen this show in a year, bro. Probably longer. My bad. I don't know. I don't know a thing.
Janine, you're disturbing my students.
I'm whispering.
Sleeping.
It's just your overall presence.
Your presence? Your overall presence. That actually hurts, bro. I would hate to hear that.
Grab a noun from the noun pool.
I don't get this.
Sweetheart, neither do I.
Did anybody see the kids in the background? They looked so confused. Let's just go through each one of their faces, right? Let's look at this kid on the right, right? He's got some in his mouth, and then suddenly he's like, what are we doing? You know, what are we going through? And then the kids on the left, look at them. They're both confused. Simultaneously, the kid in the background is actually laughing. Like, what? That's how you know you need help. The kids behind you, like, I don't get this. Yo, my mom was a teacher for decades, right? I don't think she ever heard that line, right? Even when she started using technology more towards the latter years of her career, I don't think she ever heard that line from one of her kids. Like, she was always on top of her game as a teacher, you know, and always applying technologies into, you know, what she needed to apply them in for her job. But hearing that as a teacher, like, you know, you gotta get some help ASAP. And especially if your response to it is, honey, I don't get it either, or something like that. Like, you call what's the main character's name? I forgot, man. I'm sorry.
I am so happy Melissa's bringing in a police captain.
She didn't say police captain.
Yes. It's also gonna count towards his community service. Just 100 more hours and his record's cleared.
This will give him, what, 99 hours?
Just wanted to say that I'm sorry. I arrogantly assumed, or hoped rather, that you would need my help. But once again, you are officially Yoda with better edges.
Is this a ploy? Is this a ploy to get Barbara to, like, fold? Who thought of this? Who's the leader of this plan? Because I know this has got to be some sort of ploy, bro. Whose idea was this? Point me to the man or woman. I put this together. I shall destroy them in an instant. No, I won't. I'm not a destroyer.
I'm sure he'll have no problem.
Jack and Jill
Yes.
went up the...
Yo. This is what I want to talk about. You don't have to be ashamed. Let me know in the comments. Did you struggle reading growing up? It's okay. It's okay. We all struggle at different things. I struggled at... Where did I struggle at? I'm not trying to be cocky, like, yo, this guy. You know, I'm not trying to be like that. Okay, so I actually struggled athletically. I was terrible at specifically sports for a solid portion of my life.
Are you excited to show the school your skills? Yeah?
Why did you just get up and start dancing?
Hey,
Hey.
Gregory. Hi. How are you settling in?
It's going well.
You know, hold on. I'm sorry, I gotta pause it again. I've been pausing it a lot. For those of you on Patreon, I'm sorry. Doesn't he look like this one guy? I don't know his name, but he played some guy in an episode of Everybody Hates Chris. He was Chris's teacher. Don't they look exactly alike? Don't they look alike to y'all? He looks like, is that his real, that's not his real son, right? Regardless, that's so crazy to me.
Why don't we get together after school and we can figure it out?
I would love that. But shoot, my boyfriend is picking me up after school today. You can come hang with us.
Third wheel with your boyfriend? What? Who's willing to do that? You can clearly see this guy is like, isn't he interested in her? Can she not tell? I don't think she can tell. Maybe. But why would she? I don't know. It seems like she's a little interested in him, does she not? Does it not seem that way though? Or maybe I'm just tripping. But it seems like she's interested in him as well.
Like you want to run up the rocky steps, but you can't take a punch in the face.
Tell him.
Take a punch in the face? What
Can you, though?
are you saying? I'm some kind of like hipster poser?
It's ironic that he said this because I think he plays a hipster poser in like everything I've ever seen him in. Like that's just his go-to role. His agent calls him like, hey man,
we got another hipster poser role for you. It's on a show, Abbott Elementary. You ever heard of it? It's okay if you haven't. It's a brand new show. You're gonna be in the first season. You're gonna be an all-star member. You're gonna be a recurring member of the cast forever until the show ends. Is that okay with you?
And that's how it happened.
Good afternoon, Abbott. My student, William, will be reading Jack.
Change of plans. My copy of Michelle Obama's book just came in.
Ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way. This isn't real. This isn't real right now. No way. No way you switch up the book like that for a kid who's like, what is he, 8? There's no way this happens, bro. So I do want to read this book that she's talking about, Michelle Obama book. But I didn't want them to switch this late. Like, come on, this is absolute last second.
I just can't use that program. So I lied.
What if we figured out this stuff together?
I'd like that.
That was a beautiful moment. I'm glad Janine handled this the way she did. I'm proud. I'm glad. I'm happy. We got it on camera, 4K.
Just next time, have a more open mind, that's all.
I will. My students got a lot out of what Vinny had to say.
Oh, good.
They collectively bargained, and they all have pensions now.
That's actually fire. Having a pension as a child? You're winning. Should have been me.
I'm still in progress, and I hope I always will be.
Did he just?
Oh my God,
he
you just read.
Wait a minute. You know what I just realized? This kid's acting. Wait a minute. He's good at his job. Oh. Why did he have me convinced he was a bad reader? He's acting, bro. That means he memorized the line that says read poorly. Oh, this kid's a genius. Wow. I forgot we were watching a show for a second. Yo, completely forgot. This kid is actually a genius.
A baby genius.
Right? That's what I was just saying.
Absolutely not. Let's go.
Come on, Barbara. You owe me an Audible membership.
Should I get Audible? I do want to start reading my books that I have, or just like getting into the habit of reading more books. Haven't seen Abbott Elementary in forever, but what a great time. What a great time that was. You know, I'm sorry for those of you on Patreon. I know I was pausing a lot. I know what I put you on through. I'm sorry. By the time you see this on Patreon, you know, hopefully we have gotten to the point where I'm putting like cue cards and, you know, pause breaks in the episode, in the video itself, so you guys will know when to pause it, when to play it, back and forth, all of that good stuff. But this episode specifically was a really, really great time. It was my first time watching Abbott Elementary in a very long time, since, for me, two ages ago, right? Because it is 2023. Since the last time I watched this show, I was 2 years younger, even though it might have been in 2022, but that was probably before my last birthday, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. So last year I turned, so I was, I'm getting older. It was a great time seeing all the cast. It really sucks I don't know all their names, but I don't think I've been in Barbara's situation yet. You know, I feel like I'm adapting to the times very well, and I haven't gotten to the point in my life where I genuinely feel behind and old, but I know it's coming, you know, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people Barbara's age and around her age can relate, even younger can relate to going through moments in their life like that, where, you know, something new happened and you realize suddenly I'm old, you know, like where you didn't know what your niece or your nephew was talking about in their, like, a teenager, and then you suddenly realize, I don't realize what this kid is talking about. I'm old, you know, and it's rough, and you can feel like you're drifting out to sea. I think that was a great script. I think that was a great, like, the tears in her eyes. Cheryl Lee Ralph is just an amazing actress, and the tears in her eyes as she was saying that, it was very believable. It actually made me tear up a bit. And honestly, I would have started crying. I should have, but I didn't. I'm sorry for those of you who were, you know, who actually cried. in this episode. I know there was probably some people that actually cried at that point, but and I was almost there. I was almost there. I was right there with you, you know, supporting you all throughout the episode. But I think Cheryl Lee Ralph did an amazing job during that scene. I think she did an amazing job during this episode, to where we got to see, you know, the different levels of frustration and like the length she was willing to go to keep this covered up so she doesn't continue feeling behind. She ran with a lot, you know, like straight out the horse's mouth. And yeah, we got to see, it was so believable that I thought it was a facade that the school was putting on. I didn't realize what she was doing was, on that screen that they showed, was actually saying that her kids were reading at a 4th grade level. I thought she was doing something else, but that's what she was inserting on that tablet, you know. And seeing the outcome of that, it was wild. Without further ado, I would like to get into the next episode. I don't know how long I've been recording, probably a long time, but I'm gonna get into this next episode because we got one more on the way for you guys. See y'all in the next.